chapter 3, part 67. Sultan Veled Bahauddin is said to have recounted of his father, Jalal, this saying, "A true disciple is he who holds his teacher to be superior to all others, so much so that, for instance, a disciple of Bayezid of Bastam was once asked whether Bayezid or Abu Hanifa was the teacher, and he replied that his teacher, Bayezid, was the greater. Then said the questioner, is Bayezid the greater, or is Abu Bakr? My teacher is the greater. Bayezid or Muhammad? Bayezid or God? I only know my teacher. I know no other than him, and I know that he is the greater than all others." Another was asked the last question, and his reply was there is no difference between the two. A third was asked it also, and he replied, it would require a greater one than either of the two to determine which of them is the greater. As God does not walk in this world as sensible objects, the prophets are the substitutes of God. No, I am wrong. For if thou suppose that those substitutes and their principle are two different things, thou hast judged erroneously, not rightly. Well, the Quran and the Bible and whatnot, your love of God, your obedience to God is your obedience to the messenger. And what else do we look at here? We look at the legacy. So the prophets were the revivers, and they get credit for everything the community does. So that's good and true, that from their influence. And so R is connected to the consciousness of the religion by which they were sent. And so that's one aspect. But the argument about Bayezid, this, I don't know if this is here, so I'm going to say this. Basically, Muhammad continued to be thirsty, you could say. Like the Buddha, or any of the Buddhas survived, really. It's more like Buddha yoga, and then eventually you have Buddhism as a result. You ended up with, they came back and continued their work. Bayezid's like, well, I had such a great experience. This is the peak. I've reached the end here. That was sort of the argument kind of brought up there.